pulled up here. You see the homie. Alright, what up, Wayne Podcast? Y'all know how I do. I pull up everywhere, pull up where I can. I'm gonna get this interview real quick. Y'all gonna just see the process and all that. You heard? Early.
Once again, this week I got my boy Reem'o with me, man. I got the homie Reem'o. What's up, Reem'o? What's
going on? You know how it go when you hear the hot going. It's Reem'o Marac. Reem'o's in the building, man. What's good, bro?
We live out here, man. We live, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what's good, yo? We just gonna start off. We gonna get right into it, man. Tell the people who you are. Who is Reem'o, man?
Yay, what's going on, y'all? Y'all already know this is award-winning executive producer, media personality, event host, a whole slew of things in entertainment. I'm also, you know what? Scratch that. Entertainer who loves, media and hip hop culture. Who loves doing it. I've been in the game for 10 years. But these last 5 years, I've been involved heavily in media. Okay. And I love what I do at the end of the day.
That's dope.
Yes.
That's dope, man. That's dope. Yes. Well, again, man, thank you for kicking it with me today, man.
Hey, listen, man. Listen, you guys, the up and comers are the ones that motivate me hardcore. I'm not the competitive type. And I don't mean that, I'm still not going to bring the pain. I'm still not going to bring the fire. I'm still not going to let the Ruger spray. But, I appreciate y'all because y'all keep my focus very high. You know what I'm saying? And I have no problem telling you guys tools of the trade or thereof. I have no problem guiding you. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys are in the same culture as me. You guys are within my culture. And for me, I make sure I maintain myself doing that. Because for me, I don't want it to be that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be that dude. There's a lot of dudes in this game now, mainstream and independent, that are that dude in the sense right? They just don't want to pay it forward or they just want to hide it to yourself so they can still be relevant. And it's like, yo, you don't even realize you're hurting your own culture. Like, why not tell that next one that's coming up the tidbits? Right. You know what I'm saying? Why not tell that one, all right, yo, when you do your radio show, make sure the sound is okay. Right. Or even for that matter, even from a production standpoint. You know what I'm saying? Make sure, the head space, the headroom, you got the headroom. Absolutely. Make sure your wide angles, the difference in angles and stuff, or whatever the case may be. Right. Because you never know. Right. So that's why I always have in my mindset. That's real. So, like, you touched base on something real quickly. You touched base on the culture. What is the culture to you? What is that culture? Listen, man, I'm strongly about, you go from hip-hop culture to the media culture to art culture in general. I'm always on an artist standpoint. Okay. My other background is in education as a teacher. Okay. We definitely going to touch base on that. Yeah, we are. That's facts. No, we can do that. We can do that. But I wholeheartedly I look at the culture as it's always going to evolve. When you look at it as an artist standpoint. Right. Not as a human standpoint, but as an artist standpoint. You understand that things are meant to evolve. Yes. Okay. Yes. So with the culture itself, we could touch on hip hop culture. A lot of things that burn me is that majority of us, or we in general, we get it confused and forget that hip hop itself is the art. Amen. Okay, rap or rap music for that matter is the craft. Yes. That falls under the art. Okay. So it's almost equivalent to, let's say, illustration. Okay. But what falls under illustration is the cartooning. Okay. Is the sketching. Is, there's certain packets that fall underneath illustration. Okay. So if, let's say, things are not going right in our cartooning, is one, as an artist, going to say illustration's whack? You're not going to say that. You know what I'm saying? So now, flip it on now to the hip-hop culture. Okay, there's many sub-packets under the hip-hop culture, but just because one aspect of the culture is not up to par, or is not up to many or whomever's, bar or standard, it doesn't mean that it in entirety or itself is whack. Okay. And that kind of burns me in a sense because what you're saying is besides the rap music, you're saying the dancing's whack.
You're saying everything's
You're
whack.
saying the art.
Right.
The podcast. What up, Wayne podcast?
That shit ain't whack.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Put it out there right now.
Right. You know, the shows, the movies, you know, the dances, the clothing. There's mad other sub-packets that you're saying is whack. And that shit burns the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired. Because I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
I'm not gonna go ahead and go, okay, rap music has its ups and downs. Or I'm not gonna say, okay, rap music doesn't have substantial music. But let's not go on it on a whole stand. Oh, it's whack, and hip hop is whack. And it's like, dogs, they don't do that shit in jazz. Nope. They don't say that shit in jazz. They don't say that shit in rock and roll. They don't say that shit in fucking opera. They don't say it in classical music. They don't say it in fucking country music. Why the fuck in hip hop?
Right.
Okay, we feel that because one aspect is not up to your par, not you in general, but I'm just saying it's not up to the individual's par or many individuals' par, but all of a sudden now the whole thing is whack. That's why if you look on my social media, as of late, I want to say, and when I say as of late, I want to say in the last year or so. Okay. Since my 5 years in media. Okay. I've been putting up videos showing, like, yo, the culture's not whack. Okay. My latest video I put up was these twins. In the dancing competition.
I think they're from like the Swedish twins or something like that. These two black girls.
Right. Man. And they're killing it. Murder. And the message I put in the caption was, you know, the majority say that the culture's dead. But how can it be if this is happening? Right. So the culture's not dead.
It ain't dead.
It's not dead. It's just a certain aspect of it is not what it could be. You know, it's an art form. It's meant to evolve. If you look at it on that standpoint, a lot of people don't want to look at things on an artist standpoint. Even the artists themselves, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Right. They like to ride the fence. But if you really take it on an artist standpoint, okay, or artist mindset, right, and really break it down for what it is, you're gonna stop really seeing the fuck shit. Right. That hip hop is whack. I'm sorry, I don't think it's whack.
It's not whack at all. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's the culture. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I remember seeing something on social media as well where it's like some white kid talking about how Lil Pump or so, like, and it's not to shit on none of these new cats that's coming out, but like one of these, like Lil Pump or whatever, one of these white guys that's rapping saved rap culture. And I was just like, yo, this little motherfucker don't shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know, he saved rap culture. If it wasn't because of his song or whatever song it was, SoundCloud would have been would have crashed and all that type of stuff and all this. And I'm just like,
but look what the avenue of bullshit that's been opened up.
And I'm like,
because
right? Like, what the?
Look at the avenue of bullshit. But look what that resonates from. Okay, yes, resonates. We're gonna get a lot of vocabulary today, brother.
Little SAT words.
Okay, you're gonna get some shit to me today. Look where it resonates from. If you have an abundance of people, right, within the culture, right, constantly saying, "Oh, hip hop's whack, hip hop's whack, hip hop's whack, hip hop's whack," what the fuck do you think is gonna follow up? You get what I'm saying? Right. What the fuck do you think is gonna follow up from everybody saying hip hop's whack, hip hop's this is whack, this is whack, this is whack? Right. You're gonna get another person that's going to come out their ass and feel, oh, well, I'm the Messiah because I did this. No, fucker, no, you're not. No, you're not. I'm sorry. And I'm going to bring another analogy again.
What's that analogy?
It's equivalent to, look at the murders that happen. Okay? When the news negatively shows it nonstop, right? What do you think happens? A motherfucker sees it as, okay, oh, you know what? That's my golden opportunity. I'm going to do something like this. Look at the Columbines. Look at the Sandy Hooks. Yeah. The Virginia joint. Right. All because of why? When it happened. Because the news kept repeating it over and over in a negative standpoint, and what that next person saw was, okay, since media's showing it and it's okay,
I'm gonna go out like a champ. I'm gonna
go out and champ, and I'm a copycat. So it's the same thing now, as far as with the hip hop culture. Where people keep fucking saying over and over in abundance,
Right.
That, oh, hip hop's whack. Hip
Right.
hop's dead. Hip hop's not cool. It's not what it was anymore. Da 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 da. So yeah, so stop it. Stop the fuck shit.
Right.
Okay.
That's real. That's real.
Nah,
That's real.
It's just stop the fuck shit.
Yeah, I agree with you. I definitely see where you're coming from. But just to digress a little bit now. So like, you started your career over 10 years ago at this point.
Yeah, right.
It's been a minute. So I'm just curious for you to take me back to like the beginning. Like how I want you to talk to me a little bit about like,
man,
when you was just moving through the trenches, you know, like trying to make the name for yourself that you have now. So like, take me down memory lane.
Let me
adjust the mic.
Let me lean back the chair a little bit, cause shit, Jesus.
Like story time.
All right. So I started out in 2007.
Okay.
Prior to that, I was trying to have a career in basketball.
Okay.
That got cut short around 2001, 2002 due to injuries.
Okay.
So I was going to college. I was a computer science major or whatever. But all in all in my life, because my family's background was always involved in entertainment. You know, my aunt is a legend in the game. Her name is Pat Evans. You could Google it. She did things with the Ohio players. She was on the cover of one of their main albums.
Okay.
That really popped. I think it was the Honey album. I think the album was called Honey. I'm not too sure. I know of the Ohio players, but I don't know the exact album. But if you Google it, you'll see my aunt.
Definitely see his signs.
From also too, to my understanding, she was the first African American model to do the whole ball like thing, because
the ball look and everything.
The
like
ball
that.
look and all that.
All right.
You know, she was the. If I had to say in my family, she was like the pinnacle. Like, okay. Because she did it. She's been in the game. She did modeling and stuff like that. My mom did some TV work in regards to modeling. Okay. And she had like a public access show like I do now.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying? Who else? My brothers, they were heavy involved in the rap game as far as like they used to work for those trucks. They used to be wrapped up with all the rappers on, like back in the days.
Yeah.
That was my brothers and them crew.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They were called Drive By. You know what I'm saying? You know, two of my brothers, they were part of that crew, and you know, they were involved in that. You know, heavily, like even my nieces and my older brother's wife. Yeah. His father is Don Covey.
Wow.
And that's a Rock and Roll Hall of Famer.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? So it's never been a time in my life from if I had to say in my existence, from like 5 years old till now,
that you haven't been exposed to entertainment at all.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I did live a regular life as far as like a kid. I did go to public school. I did go and things, but not to say, okay, I never went to a fashion show.
Right.
I never saw an entertainer that my aunt knew. Like I'm talking like Leonard Nimoy, Isaac Hayes. Like you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if the restaurant is still open in Midtown. It was a restaurant called O'Neill's. Okay. Which is like I think around the fashion district. Right. Or the garment district. You know what I'm saying? And I used to see them. You know, I'm talking like the A-listers from the 80s and 90s. I used to see them because our aunt, like she, you know, and shout out to Pat, you know, Aunt Pat, you know, she's still doing her thing.
That's what's up.
Not as far as an industry, but she does her thing. You know, she's chilling now. Right. You know, she's in the Poconos and stuff like that. You know,
living life.
Right.
So I think the beautiful thing about that though is like, you know, you were able to have someone kind of show you an alternative life. You know what I'm saying? So like I always say like, you know, like for me, like I have so much family that's in like the medical field. So for me when I was growing up, you know, it was inevitable for like the medical field. I want to be a nurse, I want to be a doctor and everything like that. So for you, like having entertainment, you being surrounded by the entertainment field, you kind of realized that was much more tangible than you expected it to be. Yeah. In a sense, you know? Yeah. So that's pretty dope. And
so I'm gonna fast forward it now. So 2007 is when, you know, all up in my upbringing, people were always like, "Yeah, he got to be in TV." You know, shockingly, I did. When I was a kid, I was like runner-up in Sesame Street. I could have been the Sesame Street kid. Oh, what? But I was crying. You know, that story is I was crying too much and stuff like that.
It's like,
you know,
nah, we can't have this kid.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? So, but fast forward now, it's about 2007. So now I'm already out of college. I'm 27. You know, I said, all right, you know what? Let me do some background work in acting. Let me try to give it a push. You know, because at 27, you are thinking creatively, but you're not per se on it like that. Okay, so I just got the push. I was like, you know what? 6 out of people like forcing me to do it or whatever the case may be. You know what? Fuck it. Let's give it a chance. Let's go.
Let's do it.
And I'm not gonna lie. At first, it was kind of cool. It was alright. I got to learn the ropes. I respected TV and film at a whole new level because I was behind the scenes and I was seeing how they set a scene up and stuff like that,
right,
and everything like that. But you know, I had an up and down career. I'm not gonna lie. For about 2007 to about 2012. Okay. It was up and down. Okay. Then I said, okay, you know what? My reel came to me. By that time, I was like 31, 32. I was like, you know what? Let's go to the Department of Education. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, you know,
let me have a foundation.
Yeah. Let me get, because, you know, the funds are a little low. I've been spending a little lot of bread. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to, like, really get to the pinnacle of my career. Like, yes, want to be here. Yeah. It was really only locally here. Dope. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I just said, you know, all right, you know what? Let's get serious. Let's buckle down. I knew I'll get back to where I'm at. Absolutely. Eventually. So
how was that feeling though? Like, cause I feel like, you know, for you, you know, you probably had that resilience. You had that drive to continue to move forward. So like, right. How was that process for you to kind of be like, you know what? Let me take a step back real quick and just like establish foundation, and then get back to it.